Since becoming a birder, every trip that I have planned is now met with the question, well, where can I go birding while I'm there? My friend, who is a huge fan of Broadway theater, decided to plan her 50th birthday celebration to New York City. The trip was planned for January of 2026. Not exactly the best time of the year to go birding, but I'm used to birding year-round, so a little bit of cold weather wasn't going to stop me. My biggest restraint would be the limited time I would have to bird, since this was just a quick weekend getaway filled with Broadway shows and other activities. I got the idea that it would be fun to go birding in Central Park. It would be close enough that I could hop on the subway to get there, and on top of the fact that I could do some birding, I've never actually visited Central Park in my entire life, so it would be two birds with one stone.
Bird, Dylan, a bird, get him.
It's a rock pigeon. A million of them.
I then started researching birding in Central Park and found out that the Central Park Conservancy does winter bird walks, and they would be doing one on the Saturday I would be in town. So I bought a couple of $35 tickets and added some birding to my New York itinerary. Now, how many birds will I see? I wasn't quite sure what to expect. I started checking eBird lists to see what has been spotted recently, and decided my number one target I was hoping to see would be a brant, a type of goose that would be a lifer for me. I always like to have some targets to look forward to, even though I know you can't control what birds may be around on any particular day. So the tour would start at Belvedere Castle and would wander through the Ramble and follow along the edge of the lake. Due to miscommunication and an email that I missed, the guide had changed starting locations. Fortunately, there were people associated with the Conservancy in the castle gift shop and informed us that the guide and one other person were on their way. So while we waited, we continued to bird, spotting a blue jay, some white-throated sparrows, some mallards in the pond, along with some swirling northern shovelers. A red-tailed hawk also made an appearance. The guide then arrived and we were on our way. It also started to snow. We headed into the Ramble and learned about some of the history of the park and how everything was created to mimic nature. And all the water in the park, though fed by natural sources, is also supplemented by New York City tap water. We stopped in an area set up with feeders, and there we encountered a tufted titmouse, more white-throated sparrows, dark-eyed juncos, a mourning dove, and a couple of downy woodpeckers. We moved on from there and encountered some people hand-feeding birds. There we saw a house sparrow and a bunch of cardinals. The amazing part of filming with a 360-degree camera is that you can catch what's going on in front of you and at the same time catch what's going on behind you. I was filming the man feeding the birds when a red-tailed hawk flew right into a pine tree behind me. But I got it on camera anyways. We then headed to the lake where we spotted some more mallards, some Canadian geese, and a pair of northern shovelers, as well as a beautiful hooded merganser swimming across the lake. As the tour came to an end, we decided to go see the famous Bethesda Angel Monument, which was hauntingly beautiful in the snowy conditions. By the time we left the park, the snow was really coming down. All in all, it was a fun little birding experience I will always remember. So when's your next trip planned? You can bird practically anywhere you go. So remember, just get out, unwind in nature, and as always, until next time, happy birding!